Hey guys, it's Ivan. In this video I will be showing you how I made this animation using Procreate. So let's get started. We have our animation assist on and drawing guide to show us the center of the page. I'm starting off with a heart on the first frame. I'm using a 6B sketch pencil to draw the sketch of the whole animation first. Duplicating the first frame and erasing the right side so I can start drawing how the heart is turning to face towards me, so his face is starting to be visible on the side. Duplicate again and drawing him as he turns even further to us. I forgot to draw in the side of him on the second frame, so I'm going back to do that. Back to the third frame and continuing with the eyes. On the fourth frame I don't have to redraw the eye, so I'm just simply going to move it a bit to the left and continue drawing the lines. And we are done with the part where he turns back. On the next 4 frames, I'm just moving the eyebrows up and then back down. So I just need to duplicate these frames 3 more times and I have him moving his eyebrows up twice. Freeform moving tool to make him smaller to show that he is getting ready to jump, and then stretching him the same way as he is heading up. Repeating this one more time as he is going up, and then one more frame as he starts falling down. I'm going to reuse the first frame of the animation, and I'm gonna use liquify push tool to make the heart look like it's visible from the side. Redrawing the face, and I'm gonna copy paste the eye again. Now the mouth, and then I'm going to draw in his arms for the first time. Duplicating the first frame, I'm going to redraw the face features again, and I'm going to give him even bigger arms here. Duplicating the last frame again, and he gets a bad boy smile here. Make the frame before he jumps hold for 10 frames and the last frame as well. Let's make him cute on this frame, and he's going to show up with his surprise of 2 roses. But sadly, since he's a balloon, it's not going to go so well for him. Let's redraw his hands holding up the roses, and the roses are going to touch his head, and this is where everything starts to go bad for him. In this page, hold for 10 frames as well. In this frame, he's going to start losing air from his body, so I'm going to use the freehand selection tool to move his hands on the side, because I'm planning to reuse them again. Now I'm redrawing him, and he lost his heart shape, and his head is going to get smaller and smaller as I go, and his belly bigger and bigger. I'm also changing his eyes and mouth. I'm going for a surprised and a scared look. Lifting his eyebrows a little bit. And I'm also going to make his arms smaller because his biceps is gone. And then attaching his hands back to his body, and they are going to stay that way for the next couple of frames. And the last thing missing on this frame is the air coming out of his body. I'm going to keep duplicating the last frame and change the body as it goes down. I'm also going to keep stretching the air coming out and give him a smaller mouth for now. And repeat that again. As I said, a smaller head every time and a bigger belly, and also more and more air coming out. I'm making a total of 4 frames as the air is coming out like this, and then I'm going to continue with 4 more frames with less and less air. So you are going to have 8 frames total, and it's going to look like this in the end. I also included this image as a guide where you can see each frame. You can find the link to it in the description below. Here you can see my big head showing up. That means the part with the ear is done, and we are going to add another frame with him getting just a little bit bigger belly. This is what we have so far. We are going to add just one more frame to it, and then the sketch part is done. In this frame, he's just getting a annoyed face. And that's it, we are done with the sketching part. We are going to continue inking and coloring him now. I'm going to make a new layer above each sketch frame, and I'm using Studio Pen and inking brush, and then I'm going to color drop and fill in some colors on the same layer. And remember, in the final animation, only the layers that are active are going to be shown. So if I turn off the sketch layers, they are not going to show up. And I don't have to redraw and recolor each frame because I can use the moving tool and do the same thing I did on the sketch phase. And when you are done with coloring, make sure to turn off the sketch layers so they don't show up. And then all you have to do is turn on the whole duration to the frames you want to. The hard part is done now. All that's left to do is add a background to your liking and add some shadows. So this is the background I made, and I just changed the background color like this. Set this frame to background so it shows up on each layer. If you want to add shadows, you need to do it on each frame. The easiest way is to just simply alpha lock each layer and then go in with some shading. I'm just going to show you an example how I did it. Last thing I want to cover is that you can make the last frame a foreground, and what this does is that what you draw here is going to show up on each frame of the animation. This is the way I made the light coming from the top. And see, what I did here is now visible on each frame. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. See you in the next one.